Keith Bryant, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Sit down.
All right, I feel like I'm on TV here.
We are on TV. We've graduated from radio
to TV.
I know. It's a very strange thing, you know. You don't know what to do with your arms and legs, and you got to dress up. Radio is just so much.
Yeah, it's
so much easier. How are you, man?
There's radio faces. So.
Well, that's why I've been in radio for 30 years. What's going on with you? You having fun in Vegas?
Having a great time. I mean, how could you not have fun in Vegas?
For sure.
Vegas is great.
We're backstage at the ACMs, sponsored by Sudafed, Allergy and Sinus, and I think most folks probably know you from Riding with a Legend. And maybe update us just what's going on with you since that big hit.
Well, you know, I had a good run with Riding with a Legend. It did real well, and it opened up a lot of doors for me. It got me out touring with a lot of my heroes, and I got to do a show with Leonard Skinner, which was like a highlight for me.
I'll bet.
And I got to go out and do some dates with Phil Vasher, Daryl Worley, and acts like that. So it opened up the doors, but we want to keep that rolling with this brand new single, and it's called "Beautiful Liar." It's a song that talks about the girl in your life that tells you how great you are and how wonderful you are, and you know she's lying through her teeth.
I was going to say, I was trying to go through my memory banks to see if that has ever happened.
Yeah. Well, you know how
so it's a song of fiction.
Well, your wife expects you to lie once in a while. You know, she says, you know, do these jeans make my butt look fat, or, you know, do I look good in this dress, or, and of course, you have to lie or say, do I look stupid? You know.
What do you got planned in here? I know that at the ACMs, there's all kinds of stuff going on through the week, from golf to riding bikes. What are you doing?
Actually, we're just enjoying Vegas. We're just trying to soak up all of Vegas we can, you know, and see all the lights and every time I come here, it's something new. There's a new either new entertainment or a new building, or you know, it's something brand new every time I come here.
You get to Vegas a lot? Do you play here much?
I've been here. My first trip to Vegas early on is probably around 2000. And so I've been out here a few times, and I've played all around. You know, I'm from Virginia originally, of course, work out of Nashville, but I've played all over. And I had a sponsorship for a while out of California, so I did a lot of dates out this way.
It's a lot of work. Doing what you do.
It is a lot of work. A lot of people from the outside see it sometimes as just all fun and games and glamour, and you know, they see the tour bus and go, wow, that's the life. But
what is it, for every hour on stage, there's about 10 or 12 in the day doing other stuff?
Exactly. You know, there's a lot of sacrifice, too, a lot of social sacrifice with your family. That's probably the toughest part for me, is sacrificing time, you know, from your family. And there's occasions where, you know, I've taken my family with me. For the last 7 years, I've done a fan cruise, you know, and had approximately 300 people go with me, and that's one time of the year I get to take my whole family.
Sure.
And I've taken one of my little girls who really likes the road, and she's been out with me some on the bus. It keeps the language a lot cleaner on the bus, and people tend to buy T-shirts and CDs from a little girl a lot more. Yeah, she's my concession girl. You know?
Oh yeah, that's great. Oh, and that's probably the biggest change in country in the last few years. Is so many folks are out there on the buses with their families. I don't think they did that even 20 years ago.
Well, I think once you afford enough success, you know, you can afford to do that. You can take your family. At this point, you know, I can't really afford to do that all the time, but I do it from time to time. But that has got to be the biggest sacrifice to this business, I think, is the time away from your family. But, you know, if you were a shoe salesman or traveling, whatever, vacuum cleaner, whatever, you could spend time away from your family, too. So it's not so unique if you think about it. I mean,
we're backstage at the ACMs with Keith Bryant, and of course we're sponsored by Sudafed, Sinus and Allergy. You mentioned the new single. What else is coming up for you? What's your summer like?
Well, we've got a lot of stuff planned, and I guess one great way to find out what we're doing is KeithBryantOnline.com. Actually, that's where I'll tell where I'm at the next gig. Okay, let me see where I'm going to be next month. Yeah.
Need to know basis.
And of course, MySpace. Got a MySpace. That'll tell you a lot about what we've done, what we're about to do, and we've got a brand new album coming out in the fall, late fall. We're really, really excited about getting some new music. You know how it is when the latest stuff you do is always the most exciting because it's brand new to you. And we've got a lot of good things happening. I mean, his music's been great to me.
I'm sure you still feel the effects of Riding with a Legend, though.
Oh, yeah. You know, Riding with a Legend did so much for me, and it kind of got me known as the race car guy. you know, because I ended up doing all the infield parties. I played, you know, everything from Poconos to Lowe's Motor Speedway to Bristol to Richmond, all the infield parties I was there. So it got me a lot of really cool gigs in that sense. But I'm anxious to let people know that there's more to me than that. So.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks for hanging, Keith Bryant.
Thank you, man.
Backstage at the ACM.
Appreciate you guys.
Good to see you.
Thank you much.
Take care.
All right.
Have a good week out here.
Thank you, man.
Good luck at the tables.
Yeah.